I made these headphones and they do something incredible. Now don't get me wrong, they sound like ass. They're terrible sounding. There's no bass, there's almost no mid-range. It's just like a tinny treble that sounds like an AM radio played over a telephone. But they do something kind of awesome that whenever people try these on, they're always shocked. Hi, if this is your first time seeing me, I make unconventional headphones that test different acoustic phenomena. And the thing I wanted to test with these are parabolic speakers. You might have seen parabolic speakers at a museum or something where there's this dome overhead and only the person standing underneath the dome can hear the sound. The way that those work is there's a speaker pointed up at this parabolic shaped dome that's beaming the sound directly at that person so nobody else around them can really hear what's going on. And it got me wondering, could I make parabolic headphones? You see, with open headphones generally, like these are open back headphones, everyone around you can hear what you're listening to. I thought I could maybe make headphones that were pretty open, but only the wearer would be able to hear the music. So I got these domes. They're not technically parabolas, they're hemispheres, I guess, but I figured they'd be close enough to test this. People ask how I made these. I didn't make them. I bought them from Amazon. They're used for covers for security cameras, and they come in a few different sizes. I actually made a few different sizes to see what they would sound like. Here's a smaller pair that I think looks pretty cool. And if you look closely on the inside, you'll see this little hole. What that hole is a little cutout I made for the bass port of the speaker driver. So if you look at a headphone speaker, here you go. On the back, often, there is a little hole. And that hole is kind of like a bass port on a speaker. It's creating a Helmholtz resonator in the speaker. So a Helmholtz resonator is that thing like when you blow in a Coke bottle and it goes, ooh, and it makes that sound. That sound can be tuned. And in the case of this speaker driver, that sound is tuned to 68 hertz or something like that. That's called the resonant frequency of the driver. And I didn't want to cover up that hole and really change the performance of the speaker. So I made this little cutout, and I even put, if you look closely, a little waveguide around that speaker to maybe add a little more bass for the listener. What it ended up doing is creating a puff of air every time there's a bass note. And it's not a subtle thing like if you pay really close attention, you can feel it. I mean, it feels like somebody's blowing on your ear. It's super crazy feeling, super unexpected. It's a very visceral, physical feeling when you're wearing these headphones, and every time a kick drum hits, you feel a little puff. It actually got me thinking of an idea for a new headphone. I have made a few different headphones to emphasize bass. I love bass. I think everyone loves bass, except these headphones, they don't like bass. For example, I made a subwoofer with a 6.5-inch high excursion driver that you wear on your chest. There are things like the Wooger jacket, which is a thing that you can wear and feel the bass. There's haptic bass vibration motors, like on the Skull Candy Evo headphones that vibrate when there's bass. But one haptic phenomena with bass, especially really intense bass, is the wind and the air that you feel from it. So I just ordered a bunch of small 30mm fans that I'm going to try to install into headphones with a bass crossover so the fans just blow on you. And these would be ideally good sounding headphones where the fans just kind of blow on you every time there's bass. So if you want to see that, subscribe and I'll make a video about it when I finally get around to building that one. If you liked this video, let YouTube know with a like, and I'll see you at the next one.